SportsBeat is brought to you by Ken Garth. We hear you.
The NFL delivers each and every week, and we try to do the same on SportsBeat. Thanks for joining us. We look back on win number 6 for the BYU Cougars. How far did they move up in the polls? The latest on Utah's quarterback competition, Game 5 of the World Series, and the best from round 1 of the high school football playoffs on the way. Now we transition to college football. The latest top 25 polls are out for college football, and the 6-0 BYU Cougars keep moving on up. They're ranked 10th in the coaches poll, 11th in the AP top 25, up 1 spot in both of those polls. The latest BYU victory, a 52-14 win over Texas State in front of 6,000 fans at LaVell Edwards Stadium. Another big game for Zach Wilson, 19 of 25 for 287 yards and 4 touchdowns. Dax Milne with another big game, 4 catches, 89 yards and a score. Freshman tight end Isaac Rex with 2 touchdowns. The dominant win gave a chance for a lot of young players to get a chance to play.
For us right now this year, yeah, let's get those guys as valuable reps as possible. And all I care about is when we're winning the game, we feel like we have it under control, is giving them those valuable reps as much as possible. And if it costs us some yards and even some points, I think it's really worth it.
Well, the BYU offense is getting a lot of attention, and for good reason, but the defense deserves plenty of credit as well. After allowing a touchdown on Texas State's first drive, they dominated the Bobcats, allowing just 192 yards of total offense and 7 points the rest of the game. Linebacker Isaiah Kafusi had a pick 6, something he predicted before the game.
Texted a teammate of mine who wasn't at the game, and I said, hey, I'm going to get a pick 6 for you as I'm driving to the stadium, and told our camera guy, hey, I'm getting in the end zone tonight. Before that drive, I kind of brought the defense up, and I said, hey, look, like, we need a big play or we just suck. Like, we need to create a big play. And I was very fortunate to be in the right place at the right time and was just determined to get in the end zone.
Up next, more from the Cougars win Saturday and more NFL highlights, including our top 5 plays from Sunday.
We had good play from the quarterbacks, very good play, bordering on outstanding.
Kyle Whittingham isn't telling who the Utes starting quarterback will be, but he's high on the position overall. What has him so pleased about the competition? And high school football playoffs are underway. We'll show you the best action from round 1. It's all coming next.
SportsBeat is brought to you by Ken Garth. We hear you.
All right, back to college football. The countdown is 13 days to the Utes season opener at home against the Arizona Wildcats. Time flying by as they quickly prepare for a season they weren't sure would actually happen. Here it is. We still aren't sure who will be the starting quarterback for the Utes on November 7th, and that's fine. Kyle Whittingham is in no rush to tell us, especially no reason to tell Arizona. What Kyle will tell us is how happy he is with the performance of the quarterbacks in practices and scrimmages.
We had good play from the quarterbacks, very good play, bordering on outstanding. And we'll take a good hard look at this tape and hopefully have a decision on Monday.
A decision on Monday. Stay tuned for that. Back to BYU and their win over Texas State. One of the stars of that 52-14 win over the Bobcats was freshman tight end Isaac Rex. He had 5 catches for 66 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rex, who is the son of former BYU tight end Byron Rex, now has 12 catches for 175 yards and 3 scores this year. After the game, he was more interested in talking about his QB.
Zach, literally, when that throw to Dax, when he was rolling out to the right and just chucked it all the way to the other sideline, I was amazed, man. I've never seen that before, but Zach will find you. Zach he's obviously a first-round talent as an NFL quarterback, I believe. So Zach he's a stud, and he's just going to keep getting better as time goes on.
One of the biggest plays yardage-wise for BYU on Saturday was a fake punt. Ryan Rico kept it and took off 49 yards in the 4th quarter with the Cougars up 49-14. Kalani Sitake explains why Rico went with the fake.
We have that rugby, and if it's there, then he takes it. I mean, personally, I wish he would have kicked it. That's just me. But he did exactly what we coached and why we had that scheme. But I talked to Coach Spav afterwards and apologized for it wasn't anything disrespectful or with any kind of intent to run up the score or anything. It was just something that he's just used to seeing in practice.
Rico needs reps at running back. For this week's archive, we turn back the clock on this day 6 years ago, October 25th, 2014. The Utes hosting USC, a blackout. The Utes ranked 19th, USC 20th. It started with a 53-yard scoop and score by Davion Orphy. The game was loaded with star power and future NFL players. Juju Smith-Schuster with a first quarter touchdown. Adoree Jackson returned a kickoff 100 yards for a touchdown. Those guys are in the NFL now. Devontae Booker also in the NFL. Rushed for 100 yards, and this touchdown gave the Utes a lead. USC was up 21-17 in the fourth when the Utes defense gets a big stop on defense with 2:08 left. So the Utes get a chance. Travis Wilson led a scoring drive. This 18-yard run, we thought he scored a touchdown, but he was just down to the one. What an effort. Next, Travis would find Kalen Clay in the end zone with the game-winning touchdown. What a night that was. A 24-21 win over the Trojans. All right, up next, it's playoff time. The first round of the high school football playoffs took place Friday. Some incredible plays. Who's moving on? Whose season comes to an end? We have all the drama coming up next. All right, we begin our high school football coverage with some great news for the Kearns football team. Just 24 hours after being told their season was over due to a third positive COVID-19 test, the Kearns Cougars will play after all. The Granite School District has approved a plan that will allow the fifth-seeded Cougars to continue their season. Players were tested on Saturday. Those who are negative can practice on Wednesday. Then there will be rapid COVID-19 tests administered on Friday before their second-round playoff game. Those who test negative will be allowed to play. So who will they play in the second round, East or Clearfield? Well, it was obvious early on that East is that team. First quarter, Tuioni Tausinga, 72 yards down the sideline for the score. It's already 21-0, and they weren't done in the first quarter. Isaac Zimmerman, the quarterback, to Siona Valahi. He's going to make a move, and he's going to score 54 yards for the touchdown, and East wins big, 69-20. West hosting Jordan, and from the opening kickoff, this was all Panthers. This is Clarence Bird Butler. He's going to take this 95 yards on the opening kickoff return. He is a star. He wasn't done. He had a busy, busy day. He's going to take the handoff and find the end zone. From 26 yards out, he had 4 touchdowns for the Panthers. They advance and will face Roy in the next round. That's going to be a great game. Bingham entered the playoffs with the 9th seed. They were hosting number 24 Granger. Granger hadn't scored in the last 2 games, but on the opening kick against Bingham, Desmond Fooey, 90 yards for the Lancers touchdown. Giving Bingham a little bit of a scare. Second quarter, Bingham up 7-6 when Nathan Ellison runs it in for the 14-6 lead. Then just before the half, Troy Maine to Isaiah Glasker, as they've done all season. 20-6 at that point. Glasker would also pick off a pass. Bingham advances to face Pleasant Grove in the second round. 14th seeded Harriman was hosting a 19th seeded West Jordan. Second quarter, Harriman up 6. Jack White's pass, tip, pick, fumbled, and recovered by West Jordan. Did you get all that? The Jags try to capitalize near the end of the half. Boston Farmers pass picked off by Brock Hollingsworth, but he's going to pay a price. Oh my goodness. Second half, Caden Sedal puts the game away. He had 3 touchdown runs and 3 field goals as well. He's the team's kicker. Harriman advances to face Skyridge for the 29-15 win. A regular season rematch, Westlake at Hunter. 3-0 lead for the Wolverines in the first, but the Thunder would get a big play from the defense. The scoop and score by Spencer Hamuli at 7-3. Then the defense gets after it again. Cooper Cowan, pick 6. Trust us, he gets there. Westlake's defense was forcing turnovers all over this game, this time on the fake punt. A one-handed interception. What? Drayden Holloway. You might see that again later in the show. But Hunter's bag of tricks would keep them in it. The double pass on Marion Jackson to Nathan Swaste for the touchdown. 14-10 on the ensuing kickoff, though. Braden Perry for Westlake makes a 90-yard house call. Lead up to 21-10 at the half. Let's go to the fourth quarter. The Wolverines trying to stay in this, looking for a spark. The throwback pass. Josh Harding finds Jordan Miller. That makes it 21-17, but Westlake would hold on to win 35-23. A Region 1 matchup in the first round. Syracuse at Davis. First quarter, Spencer Ferguson, one of the best running backs in the state. He's got some wheels, as you'd expect. 25-yard touchdown at 7-0 Davis. Darts quarterback Chance Trujillo airing it out to one of their dynamic playmakers, David Spute. It's 14-0 at that point. Davis wins big, 48-17. And now we get a Davis-Weber rematch in the second round. Yes, please. All right, now to the 5A playoffs. The best game of the first round took place in Salt Lake City. Highland hosting Spanish Fork, a game that took fans of both teams on a roller coaster ride. Buckle up. First half, dominated by the visitors. Spanish Fork led 27-7 at the half. Their play of the game, some trickeration, a double reverse. Receiver Morley Bennett finds Jonah Tarongovo wide open for a touchdown. Second half, all Highland. They rally from 20 down to take a lead. Isaiah Mahina with one of his 3 touchdowns. Then quarterback Patrick Brennan runs the option to perfection. A 27-yard score, a Mahina touchdown, gave the Rams a 28-27 lead, but Spanish Fork has time. Zach Dart to Tarongovo, 22 yards down to the 1. Dart scores on the next play with 1:42 left. The defense would hold, and the Dons move on to play top seed Brighton. 10th seeded Bountiful hosting Hillcrest. This was lopsided. Bountiful already up 14-0 when Brooks Fornelius takes it the other way. 36-yard pick six. Then Bountiful running back Corbin DuBois, boom, runs over a Hillcrest defender, goes down the sideline for a 62-yard touchdown. Bountiful scored 49 first half points. Corbin Cottle opens the second half with a 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Bountiful moves on to face Skyline in the second round after a 62-7 win. The Farmington Phoenix heading south to Sandy to visit Alta. First quarter, Hawks up 7-0. Ethan Jackson picked off by Cameron Toon, and he's gone the other way. 73 yards for a touchdown. The game was tied at 7, but from there, it was the DeAndre Randolph show. The Alta receiver just took over the game. How does this guy not have a dozen college offers? He had 3 touchdown catches of 33. Here's the 68. Look at this. My goodness, he's strong. He also had a 25-yard touchdown catch. Alta wins 42-23. They're going to get Region 5 champ Bonneville in the second round. Can't wait for that matchup. All right, Murray making the trip to Springville. It didn't go well. It wasn't their night. But the Spartans did get this. Chandler Thompson, the play of the game, high-pointing an interception. But Springville's Cole Clement was in a groove. This touchdown in the first quarter. He had 3 scores in the game, and the Red Devils take care of business 36-0. Lehigh hosting Viewmont. First quarter, Lehigh quarterback Creighton Cooper hands it off to Takeshi Faupula. He's in from 9 yards out to make it 14-0. A little later, Cooper to Isaiah Tawai in the end zone. It's 21-0. Second quarter, Cooper the screen pass, back to Faupula again, and he's going to do some damage. This time for a 68-yard touchdown. Lehigh wins 52-14. They visit Region 8 champ Wasatch in the second round. Another great matchup. Mountain Ridge hosting a playoff game for the first time in their school's history, but Provo spoiled the party. Quarterback Jace Welsh, a 50-yard touchdown run. Bulldogs led 14-0 after 1. Second quarter, Kyson Condi comes in, runs the read option to perfection. A 33-yard touchdown. He has some wheels. Wells with a touchdown pass to Talo Takitaki. 30 yards. Provo led 28-7 at the half. Then in the fourth quarter, the play of the game. Fourth down for Mountain Ridge. It's tipped and intercepted by Ty Larson. He's just getting started. He's going to weave his way through that Mountain Ridge offense. He's got a pick six. Provo will get Orem in the second round. Cedar Valley may be one of the hottest teams entering the first round of the 4A state playoffs, winners in 4 of its last 5 games. The one loss, just 3 points to 5th seeded Park City. So the 20th seeded Tooele Buffaloes haven't won a playoff game in 5 years. Could they pull off the upset against Cedar Valley? Well, after trailing 21-14 at halftime, they looked to even the score on the opening drive of the third quarter, but the ball's fumbled away. Oh, that hurts, leading to a Peyton Weber touchdown run for the Aviators. Ooh, nice move. Tawila would answer, though, on the next drive. They're going to get a 61-yard touchdown pass. Peyton Sprouse to Tabor Shepard. But that's as close as they'd get. Cedar Valley advances to face Ridgeline next week. Desert Hills hosting Mountain Crest, down 7-0. Noah Fuale-Latolo going deep to Austin Turnbow. Sorry, Noah. 70-yard bomb. Mountain Crest led 7-6 at the half, but this is the last time they led. Opening kickoff of the second half. Hendrick Lusk takes it to the house. The son of University of Utah great Henry Lusk with a 70-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Desert Hills outscored the Mustangs 38-7 in the second half. Lusk also had this 100-yard pick six, and he makes it look easy. Desert Hills wins big. Their reward, though, a trip to Cache Valley to face defending champ Skyview on Friday. 15th seeded Crimson Cliffs was no match for number 18 Canyon View. In the first round, it's actually the other way around. Crimson Cliffs Mustangs quarterback Chase Hansen hits Packer Butler for the touchdown, 14-0. Those two guys decided that was pretty fun, so they did it again. This time the 25-yard pass for the 28-3 lead. Still in the second quarter, another one. Hansen to Butler for the 60-yard score. Crimson Cliffs rolls into the second round. They get number 2 Pineview next. The 12-5 matchup in 3A was between Delta and North Sanpete. We got an upset. First quarter, North Sanpete with the wide receiver reverse pass. Brady Jacobson to Parker Lee. They had a 13-0 lead at the half, but Delta comes to life in the second. Austin Topham runs into a wall, but then rolls into the end zone. Delta down 13-7, but with 4 minutes left in the game, Oren Finlinson scores for the Rabbits. They go up by 1. North Sanpete's last attempt at a comeback intercepted by Will Finlinson. Delta moving on with the upset. Staying in 3A, thriller between Richfield and Union. Union takes a 14-10 lead with 10:31 left in the fourth. Boone Latham with the quarterback keeper. Now inside 2 minutes, Richfield is at the goal line. But the Union defense gets the tackle for loss. That forces a 4th and goal from the 6. This is the ball game right here. Richfield quarterback Gavin Brown. It's caught! Touchdown, Will Robinson! Richfield scores a touchdown in the final minute to win, but wow, they avoid the upset. It was close. All right, Monticello on the road against Milford in 2A football. Bo Hardy was slinging the football all over for Milford. Finds Heston Sullivan to take a 14-0 lead. Then Blake Barnes later in the first quarter. 24-0 Tigers, but the play of the game came in the third quarter. The ball is fumbled if you watch closely here. But Brett Beebe's there to recover, and he's going to finish this off. Milford rolls 59-6. North Sevier at Millard. Eagles up 6-0 in the second quarter. Taylor Davies makes it 13-0 on the fumble recovery in the end zone. Right place, right time. Then later in the quarter, Braxton Bond shows off his arm 50 yards to Jed DeGraffenried. Great catch, 20-0 the final in this one. They're moving on. All right, as we said, and you know, it's playoff time. The intensity goes up a notch, and we noticed that on Friday night. It makes for a great playoff edition of the highlight reel.
You should follow me on Instagram.
That was a masterpiece. Up next, the best plays from the first round of the high school football playoffs. Was this number one, or did we choose another one? Find out next. Game Night 5 coming up after this. It's time now for our first playoff edition of the Game Night 5. We had more than 20 plays that were worthy, but only 5 made the cut. Jared Du Bois of Bountiful. Boom! Takes it to the house, and Bountiful's 62-7 win over Hillcrest. All right, is there a better way to open the playoffs than like this? Right out of the gate. West Clarence Bird Butler, 95 yards on the opening kickoff in their playoff win over Jordan. West is a team to look out for. That West Roy game is going to be fun on Friday. Let's go down to Harriman for the third play as a Provo pick six. Ty Larson on the tip drill. Going to take this one 80 yards to the house. Pick six. And Provo is moving on in the 5A state playoffs. They get 4 picks. Final seconds of the game between Desert Hills and Mountain Crest. And Hendrick Lusk does this. So smooth. You can't catch me. 100+ yards for the pick six. In Desert Hills win. They move on to face Skyview. Number 1, Braden Holloway of Westlake. Look, Ma, no hand. Well, at least one hand, right? Anyway. All right. So the playoffs are coming up this weekend. We also have girls soccer championships on Monday. BYU, they're going to be playing a game on Saturday against Western Kentucky. And, of course, the youth season starts 2 weeks from this past Saturday. So you have all that to look forward to. Thanks for staying up with us. Enjoy whatever it is they play at midnight on KSL on Sunday nights.